November 2nd is an important day in our history. Get out to vote. Early voting begins October 14th. Hi, I'm Gladys Robinson, the Democratic nominee for the North Carolina Senate, District 28. You know, I grew up in a family of 9 in a small city in Georgia. Not all of us could go to college, but that was our parents' dream. I attended Bennett College for Women on a scholarship, where I learned about social justice, got involved in my community, and realized that education is where leadership begins. As a member of the Guilford County Schools Redistricting Committee, we worked hard to build new schools in Guilford County. And as a member of the UNC Board of Governors, we have built new buildings and approved new programs on campuses at North Carolina A&T State University and UNCG. Our kids, all of our kids of all backgrounds, must have the best education. That means we must decrease dropouts, increase graduation rates at the secondary and college levels, and create new jobs and more entrepreneurs. Jobs is a major issue for Guilford County and for North Carolina. Visiting a local restaurant the other day, the owner shared how his taxes and more expenses affect his ability to stay open. Yet small businesses employ the greatest percentage of people. Small businesses, our colleges, and GTCC are the engines for new jobs. My plan as your senator is to promote incentives for small businesses and link our educational institutions to expand small business incubators. In Guilford County, tourism, including the furniture market in High Point, is a source of economic growth. We can make Guilford County the place to come and to be for visitors, which brings in dollars and jobs. While people need jobs and education, they also need health education and screening and referrals for health care. But many are without health insurance or the co-pays that go with the insurance. I will use my knowledge of health conditions and problems faced by our seniors and most vulnerable populations to help implement legislation in Raleigh.
As I leave the North Carolina Senate, I recognize there is still much work to be done and decisive, responsible leaders are needed in Raleigh. We need diversity in the Senate. As the only African American woman and one of only 6 women, I urge you to elect Gladys Robinson to keep a voice for African American women and for families. We must have that voice for quality jobs, health, education, and a better community for all of our citizens.
I have worked and volunteered for you for 39 years, 10 years with the elderly, and the last 29 in health, education, and economic development. I want to represent you and work with my colleagues to make Guilford County all that it can be. I need your support to be your voice in Raleigh, to keep funds for education and teachers, to bring support for small businesses, and yes, improve health care for our citizens. Vote early on October 14th and take your friends. Don't let November 2nd arrive and you have not made a statement with your vote. Go to the polls and vote Gladys A. Robinson for North Carolina Senate, District 28.